Oh my God.
Bro, Grippy's trending. Why is Grippy trending?
I don't know why I don't. It says trending, Grippy, and Joe Pesci. I'm like, I do not want to know why this is trending.
He's
I
the
thought Joe
little guy,
Pesci
right?
died. He's a little guy. I love Joe Pesci, but he did not die. He's fine. He's alive and well. At least at the time of me recording this.
To me, he
Knock
is
on
like
wood.
quintessential. Is he Italian or Jewish? He must be Italian.
Yeah, then with a name like Pesci, he's 100% Italian. I mean, I
Because
bet that I'm
I
sure
know
that's
he's
a short name.
playing a character, but his character in Goodfellas is just the quintessential small Italian guy who is just like a yappy dog, like
Yes, he's
like
so
trying to
funny. But
fight
dude,
everyone.
he's great in Casino, and I don't know. I know that you didn't like The Irishman, or you were shitting on it, even though I love that movie. But dude,
So
he is
bad.
like he gives an amazing performance in The Irishman because he is not like it was kind of one of the first movies that I saw him in where he's not like that character that just like, hey, that's me, Joe Pesci, like just being like really off the wall. He's got a very subdued, like he's scary in that movie. He's great,
Yeah.
really, really good. But apparently, I have his Wikipedia page open here, and apparently he has a musical career as well. The
Really?
genres are jazz and soft rock. I've never heard of that. But
Dude,
anyway,
I think I've finally figured out. I've like always used chopsticks growing up, but I feel like I didn't quite master them. But
I'm pretty good with chopsticks.
I'm finding the lighter you hold them, it's mainly like about grip.
Yeah, Grippy.
Like grippy, dude. But when I was younger, did you feel like I'm like when I was younger, I was trying to like squeeze as
Yeah,
hard as possible, which I
I
don't
used to
think
think it
feels.
was funny when you would go to a, do you ever go to like one of those Chinese restaurants and they have the chopsticks that were for the kids particularly,
Yeah,
where
with
they
like
would like tie the
yes,
little rubber band
yes,
around it or
yes.
something? Those are funny. But I'm actually pretty good with chopsticks. Here, I'm gonna pick something up with this pen. Here's me holding my vape, chopstick
Bro,
style.
I think I have a vape. Let me see
Now
if I
let
can
me hit
pull
it.
this up. What's your? Oh, your form looks a little bit different than mine.
Oh, works like a charm.
Oh, dude,
No, it's the same.
I can't
You
even
you
lift
just
my vape. Is
I
this
mean
your
I think
form?
I'm doing it. Yeah, I'm basically the grippy part. I'm controlling the top one.
You've got
I
two
mean,
fingers on the top one.
we might have some Asian listeners that are not happy to see this, but this is at least how I understand it, is that you're kind of resting one,
Yeah.
which remains stationary on like the intersection of my thumb and
Yeah,
index
yeah.
finger, and then these fingers, and then I'm only controlling the top one. That's pretty much it. Here's me picking up let's see. These are not really conducive because they're kind of slidey. Here's me picking up uh, my
Oh
tape.
my God.
What happened? All right, I can't do it.
I think I've just been holding them wrong my whole life.
I'm telling you, I actually feel like chopsticks are not that hard, and but I did have it explained to me by a Vietnamese person.
How big is your vape? I feel like mine's too heavy.
Mine was heavy. That was not an easy grab, but
What the hell?
and it was
I'm
a little
pissed.
slippery.
I'm
But
livid right
I
now.
had it explained because I was telling Johnson, my girlfriend's brother-in-law, he's Vietnamese, and I was telling him because he was complimenting me on my form with chopsticks. He's like, "Oh, you're pretty good with chopsticks," and I was like, "Thanks, bro." But I actually have trouble with rice. I always thought it was odd that like I feel like people are really good at picking up rice with chopsticks, which is feels almost impossible to me. Like you get to the bottom of a bowl of rice, you know what I mean, and it's like impossible to pick up the remaining things with chopsticks. And um and he explained to me that it's because like in traditional Asian cuisine, the rice is usually separate from the dish so it doesn't get saucy and it
Right.
clumps and you
Right.
can pick it up easier. It's just that when it's like cooked in the sauce or whatever,
It gets
you can't pick it
mush.
up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Um
crazy. Like if you're as a people, if you're proficient with chopsticks, it's like why even make anything else? But it is crazy as a country. You know how in Civ you like unlock technologies?
yes.
It's crazy to me unlocking as a country the shovel technology and not looking at what you're using to eat and going, what if I made like a little shovel that I could?
Well, but here's the thing: is
Shovel into my mouth.
I actually still think that most Asian restaurants still have us beat in the spoon department because you get those based as fuck like
Soup spoons.
ceramic spoons. Yeah, the
Yeah, I
soup
got one in my
spoons. You know what I'm
car,
talking
bro. I
about?
got one in my car.
Those go so fucking hard. I have a couple of those in my house
Those are
too.
just purely, if I'm correct, for broth.
Yeah, I probably think so. But dude, what is really crazy about chopsticks is that dude, Asian people will like cook with long chopsticks. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
You'll like cook eggs with them. Johnson used to tell me that when he would get in trouble, his mom would beat him with chopsticks. It's like they do everything with chopsticks. It's fucking
that's
crazy.
literally like a racist cartoon.
It's
Like
crazy that he
getting
was like,
beaten
dude,
with
she had like a
chopsticks.
pair of like extra long ones that she
Well,
would just
my mom
whack.
beat me with the old Italian spaghetti sauce wooden spoon. So
There you go.
maybe there's more to this.
Maybe there's something there.
There's
There's
something
something
here.
there.
Because I know Arab kids got beat with the slipper.
Oh,
Dude,
really?
I
Yeah, the
remember my one
chancla is the.
friend's, their dad was like so mean and like a grump, right?
Hmm.
And I thought I had it bad, but I guess they were getting hit with belts and shit. But then I came over one day and they had a hockey stick, like a full NFL hockey stick in the corner. And I was like, "Do you guys play hockey?" And they're just like, "No, that's like the discipline stick now." And then I remember one day I came over and it was duct taped together, like it had been broken in two. And
Oh
I'm
my
just like,
God.
holy shit, dude. Like,
Dude, wait,
can you imagine your dad as a kid taking a full cocked swing at you with an NFL hockey stick and it just breaking in
and it
two?
breaking?
Like, dude,
Dude, I'd kind of feel like a badass at that point. Wait, can we
bro.
pause really quick? I gotta call Angie. I think family emergency just
Oh
happened.
shit. Yeah, yeah.
Give me
Call,
one
call.
sec, sorry.
My cat is shitting right now. It's crazy. Oh, now he's cleaning. I think he's doing the covering it part. Yo, it would be crazy if like cats could use chopsticks. Although I guess that wouldn't really make sense. Because animals just like eat with their mouths. Except monkeys, I think. Yeah, it's probably just only other monkeys that like use their hand to bring food to them. That's crazy. But if it doesn't matter, like if you're an animal, like and you can get food on your face, I guess I would do. I mean, you wouldn't even. If you're an animal, you just wouldn't know. You're like not smart enough. So I guess if I was an animal, I would do that. Because my parents are teachers, I had an Indian nanny and she taught me how to like eat with my hands. So like, I could eat curries and stuff with the naan and the rice, but I did it once when we were visiting the States in front of my I think maybe my grandma or something. One of my relatives and she was so upset. Everything good?
Sorry, bro. Yeah, I Angie texted me that somebody had just passed away and I misread the text and I thought it was like a family member that I knew, but it was somebody that I don't know.
Oh, okay.
But anyway, uh what
Yeah,
all
no,
right, sorry.
salute, bro.
I got distracted. I got spooked. And then because I read it really quick and I was like, whoa, what the fuck?
You read
Oh,
it?
dude, those
Yeah, you read it, me
you
too,
read
Arshan.
No.
Bro, these are the evil version of flips.
Reese's dude, flips are so fucking good.
Bro, pussy, you ever do pussy flips?
I've done them before.
Sometimes my pussy just does flips, dude.
I used that phrase the other day with Angie, and she was like, "What?" And I was like, "Bro, that shit makes me do pussy flips." Like it's
That's like gay
uh,
meme where it's like when you use personality type A with friend group B on accident or whatever.
that's exactly right. Uh, what was I looking at here? Oh yeah, I don't know why Joe Pesci and Grippy is the fuck is this,
Bro,
bro?
how much money would it take for you to have sex with Joe Pesci?
Uh, I would do it for the story. Like penetrative, full penetration.
What is it when companies don't pay you, but they say it's like you get cred? What is it?
Oh, you get what like You get a PTO.
No, no, like sometimes someone will hire an artist, but then not pay them and be like, the job is more to get
Oh,
like
it's like exposure.
exposure. Yeah, you do it for exposure, bro.
So there'd be some exposure, all right. Somebody would get I'd be exposed for
Maybe.
sure. Joe
Uh,
Pesci. Yeah, I Joe Pesci's great, and it just goes to show like in old Hollywood, you could really just be like an ugly mug and it just didn't matter.
yeah, he
As long
wasn't
as
that
you
ugly.
he's
He
never been a
wasn't that
good look.
ugly.
He even in his youth, he was never a good looking guy. He was always kind of
Dude,
wacky looking, but
women
he just
back
found a niche
then,
for himself.
I think men and women were more testogenized and estrogenized. So I think, dude, if you look back at that period in Hollywood, the ugly man was very hot. Like they were very in. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Look at this current picture of
Like
Joe
I'd
Pesci.
say, dude,
He's really swagged
am I
out right now.
crazy? Like I think he's handsome, but I've heard a lot of like chicks nowadays say that the Magnum PI guy is not that handsome, but I know he was like a
Let me
heartthrob to women back then.
let me look at Magnum PI. Well, we were talking about oh, dude, nobody says this guy's ugly. This guy, dude, Tom
Isn't he
Selleck is like
handsome as
what
hell, Tom Selleck?
Tom Selleck is one of the most handsome
He
dudes
has
to
a
ever do
weird
it.
eye thing, though. He does have a weird eye thing going on.
Yeah, he's a little wall-eyed, but bro, he's like the OG masculine mustache Hollywood guy. He's so
He is a
fucking
baller, bro. Is he bald now? Let me see. Tom.
no, he's still got hair, but this guy, I mean, he probably
Oh,
got
he's
hair
holding
plugs
up.
somewhere
Yeah, he
down the
is
line.
holding up.
He looks great. He's just an older guy.
Man, he's got that curly, fresh hair.
Dude, Tom Selleck is a fucking G.
Dude, I wore a
Um,
Tom Selleck shirt to class at Elon. It said, "What WW uh
TSD?
no WWMD? What would Magnum do?" It was like
Oh,
Magnum PI's
okay.
face, and my teacher one day I love the guy, but he was a total weirdo. But like he just stopped talking in class one day and just announced to the whole class of college age students who you should never say this to, and was like, my mother had a poster of Tom Selleck on her wall. I think she wanted to like have sex with him. I
Yeah,
was just like,
not
I would not have said that to any of us, but
not something you want to mention.
because
Yeah, and
yeah, I'm just gonna come to class, just picture your mom getting blown out by
yeah, no,
Magnum PI, dude.
we were talking about the other episode though that JFK was supposed to be like he's the most handsome president to ever live, but JFK looked fucking wild, bro. He had a crazy
Jackie, like,
look.
there's that tweet that's so funny that it's like, it literally looks like her face makes it look like JFK probably carried around dog treats.
Yeah, I've
Like
seen
when
that.
she was going crazy, like shaking.
Yeah,
She was
Jackie
a
Kennedy.
freaky looking chick. But dude, his charm came from jock idiocracy. You know what I mean? Like,
Yeah,
I'm a stupid jock and I'll fuck Marilyn Monroe's pussy.
I'm
That was
pretty
the worst
sure.
joke came
Isn't
from.
that kind of where the George Bush celebrity like came
I
from too?
think
Is that
so, dude. Yeah.
he was not very
Fool me
bright, but I
once.
think people kind of
We have
thought he
a
was like a good old
saying in
boy.
Texas: "Fool me once, shame on you. Fool me twice,
The good old Texas phrase.
can't be fooled again," or
Can't be
something.
fooled
It's
again.
like, bro, what are you talking about?
What do you think of this pic of Joe Pesci I sent you? Do you like his swag?
What'd you send it on Twitter?
Tell me Joe Pesci in this pic. No, I just sent it in the Zoom chat. Tell me Joe Pesci doesn't look like your dad in this pic.
Didn't you just say how ugly Joe Pesci was? Oh,
No,
Mr. Swag Ass.
he's
Dude, what
swagging
the
this pic,
hell?
bro, with the
He
fedora, and
does
he
look
looks
like
like
my
he works at
dad, bro. What
looks
the
like he works at a
fuck?
car dealership. Why is he
Literally.
dressed like that? It's just funny as hell.
Dude, look at that awful, awful production logo that fucker has. Ken Corday.
Who? What? What are you talking
Oh
about?
no, he just
Oh,
must be an actor visiting from Days of Our Lives. I thought that was like his production logo. I was like, that
Ken
looks so
Corday.
awesome.
Yeah, that's not a good logo at all. You know who I'm saying this with all the love in my heart because I was actually thinking about I shouldn't even say this, it's probably not nice. But no, he'll take it the right way. I know he can handle it. And I'm saying this if this clip circles back because I'm going to reach out to him. I'm ready to do it. I need to reach out to YMS and be like, buddy, I am about to pro bono to do some merch design for you because I was just watching his recent video, which was fucking hilarious.
So bad. Well, I think
Everyone
that's the
should go.
gimmick.
Well, everyone should go watch his most recent Madam Web video. It was very funny, but he was plugging some of his
Oh, are
most
you
recent
part of
merch.
his?
Huh?
Do you have access to like the premium one, or because
No,
that's the one
no,
that
he
just
put
dropped? The Madam
no,
Web
no,
one's old.
he dropped a new Madam Web one on YouTube. Just
Yeah, only
like,
for premium subs.
nah, bro, I saw it. I'm
What?
not a premium sub. Yeah, dude, you missed out. It's too late now. Everybody's not talking about it anymore.
Damn it!
I'm just kidding.
Damn it!
No, dude, it's great. It's super funny. It made me honestly want to watch Madam Web, which is hilarious.
We
And
should,
but
dog. We
it's
should.
good. It's good old classic YMS. I fucking love YMS. And anyway, but in that video, he's plugging his merchandise, and I was just like, buddy, for somebody who I think has very good taste in general, because that's part of the job of being a critic. I'm just like, bro, this merch, man, you need to hire a merch
But I
designer.
think, and unless I'm if I'm wrong about this, I'm gonna sound like a dick. But I think that's like the joke.
It
Is that
probably
it's just like a
is.
quote that he
Well,
said from the TV show or whatever, and it's
like just written on the
father,
thing.
father.
But
He
it's
always
like
does that.
I kind of want to reach out to him and just be like, you know, and just with the drawings and literally just be like, you know what, just because I love you, you've given me so much entertainment. I'm You don't have to use these, but if you want to use these, here's some fucking designs for
Yes,
you.
do it,
Because
do it.
this I
He's
think
fresh,
like
bro, dude. The
I love
Beal
him. He's so
YMS
funny.
collab would go so
It
crazy.
would go hard. Yeah, he's so funny. But and I really do generally agree with his opinions. I actually will say I felt very much vindicated. Yeah, I know it's an old video now by him, but I watched it fairly recently where he's shitting on The Quiet Place, which I felt very
I just
vindicated in
rewatched The Quiet Place one, dude.
because I was like, yeah, that movie was really like overblown in terms of like
So
its
ass. Same thing
quality.
with the Bird Box because I watched the Bird Box review.
Yes, Bird
Dude,
Box
it's
fucking
so funny,
sucked.
but I was telling him how I do an annual rewatch of his review of Old Boy, and I think he thought I meant I do an annual rewatch of Old Boy because I know he's done it once. He might have done it twice, but he's like been like, "Hey, there's a near you. There's an Old Boy showing here. Like you, if you want to go check it out to do the rewatch or whatever." And I'm like, I don't think he understands that I literally watch his review of Old. I've seen his review of Old Boy more than I've seen both copies of Old Boy,
Of
dude.
the
Have
actual,
you watched
yeah.
the American one yet?
No,
It's
I
so
actually
bad you got his review doesn't do justice to how fucking
I
bad.
know, I
I
know.
love Josh
Well,
Brolin, bro.
yeah, I like Josh Brolin too. I'm not a Spike Jonze fan to begin with, or sorry, Spike Lee. I always
You
mix
better
up
not
Spike
say
Jonze and
that because
Spike
he
Lee.
said that, and there was this whole like YMS is racist. Yo, YMS said kill
I
Spike Lee.
I really think that's interesting because I've actually seen a lot of criticism of Spike Lee from like black critics as well. I just don't think that Spike Lee is like I think he's
Well,
I don't know. I
I
think
think
he's
he fell
remembered as
off
being yes, I think he's
because
remembered as being like one of the goats and his what was the title of like his first
the color
really popular
purple,
one? No, no, no.
the
Spike
Buller
Lee.
purple.
What was the picture? What was the movie that put him on the map? Do the Right Thing. I don't know if that was actually his first one, but Do the Right
Did
Thing
he
is
direct
good.
Pootie Tang?
No, that was I thought Louis C.K.
That was
directed Pootie Tang.
But dude,
But
I don't use I might be using fell off wrong, but you never hear about Spike Lee anymore and I've been watching a lot of like old TV shows and like old Simpsons too and it's like he's mentioned so much that he must have been like the biggest talk of the town when he first debuted
I
because
think
he's
like
in
because
everything.
he has a distinct style. I think I do appreciate when, directors, film directors try to do something interesting, not just depict a story like really plainly, but put a little extra whatever spin on it, make things a little bit more like
Put a
artful or
little
interesting. And
stank on it.
I think yeah, he puts a little stank on it. And I think he does that really well and Do the Right Thing. I think it translated really well, honestly, in the 90s. Actually, Do the Right Thing, I'm looking at here was 89. So like I think he had a really good eye for like I don't know if camp is the right word, but just like it felt very fun and active and like kinetic. Kino would be the right word. And
Kino.
that but I just don't think that it like has translated into the like 2010s or you know what I mean? I personally, I know I've said this on the podcast before, but I thought the movie, which I was really kind of excited to see, I thought it had a very provocative title and concept, BlackkKlansman. I wanted to go see
Oh,
that
I never
one.
saw that one.
I went into it like ready to see a really good movie, and I was really disappointed. And it wasn't because I just thought it was like really like I don't know, like
Well,
it just
it
felt
made history.
tacky.
It like lied, didn't it? Because you were saying it portrayed the KKK as like bad guys or whatever.
Yeah, it was a well. It would. What was annoying about it, honestly, was that spoilers, but who cares? Like it's obvious. Like there was a whole build up. The character's on the phone. He's a cop, and he's talking to David Duke. I think it might have even been based on a real
Is that the one?
story.
Is this the one? I may have seen this actually. Is this
Topher
the one where
Grace plays.
David Duke is played by the That's So 70s guy?
Yeah, Topher Grace plays
Yes,
David
dude.
Duke, and
Yo,
and
was David
there's
Duke
like
that thin?
I think he is like a little guy, but I think they tried to
Dude,
also portray
he
him as kind
has
of
fucking
weaselly.
pythons, bro, dude.
I don't, I cannot speak to that.
Have
Who
you
knows?
not seen
But
that dude's yo? Let me
is he
let
yoked?
me look up young David Duke and go on a
More like
watch
David
list.
Yoke. But anyway,
Dude, you know he followed me right on Twitter.
that's
I
crazy.
literally ended up blocking him.
Oh, gee, I wonder why.
That should have been the first
That's
sign of
like,
like, oh, being in
maybe
this crowd is maybe not great.
that's hilarious. That's
No, he
insane
was a
that he's
shrimpy
aware of
nerd. He
you.
must have just gotten yoked recently.
That's
Dude,
literally like
he's jacked though.
you blocking David Duke is literally like that picture that somebody posts where it's like Hitler the count is suspended on Twitter and people are like, what do you do now? But but I remember in Black Klansman, it was like the first half of the movie. I know we're gonna get comments that are like, I can't believe Beatles said
Yeah,
this,
yeah.
but nobody
Just don't
agrees
say
with my
anything
media
about Jid.
takes.
Just don't say anything about
No,
Jid.
nobody agrees with my media takes, but let me just say the first half of the movie I actually thought was interesting and had some good points that I was like, huh, I didn't think of it that way. And the concept was cool. It's basically about this guy who's a cop, who's black, who has a like white sounding voice. And so he ends up being
Oh,
like the
this is
head of
based
this.
on a real story.
I think it is. And he ends up being the head of this investigation where he's doing phone interviews with David Duke and trying to get him to like lead on, you know what I mean? Like basically take the bait. And I think it does end up working out in their favor. I can't remember exactly how it played out, but the first half of the movie was really interesting, and there were some really artful moments. I have one in my mind: the scene where somebody at like a Black Panther rally is delivering a speech, and as doing the speech, they're doing it's very stylized. It's almost camp, but it actually worked really well. Where they're showing like fade ins of like people's faces in the audience, like all the black like faces in the audience, and I was like, wow, that stuck with me. That was really good. That was in the first half of the movie, and then it's like in the second half of the movie, they like fired the editor and they told an intern to just do the rest of it on like for no money. And
Yeah.
like I swear to God, the second half of the movie it like completely fell apart. And like I remember there being this scene at the end. Well, first of all, the his conversation with David Duke ends. He doesn't arrest him or anything. He's just like, and I just want you to know that I've been black this whole time, you racist piece of shit motherfucker, and like hangs up the phone. And it's supposed to be everyone in the audience like, yeah. And I was just like, dude, like, okay, like, okay. And then there was another part where then they like end up arresting this like racist cop. And they're also just like put a hand on his shoulder and they're like, we got you now, buddy. And it's another one where the audience will be like, yeah. But I was like, this is so hammy and dumb and not
Again, yeah.
realistic and
And
just
like,
like
okay, I'm supposed to
and,
hate the white guy. Like, come on.
yeah, no,
Like,
I
I
was
get
just
what
like
you're saying. I'm
I was
reading
like
the
in
room.
general, it's like I think like there was a really interesting concept where some new you could have really like put some interesting or new ideas into people's heads, but it was just racism bad. And we're like, yeah. And I was like, this is come on, bro. Like this is not
Well,
who
that's,
cares
I mean,
about
looking
this?
back, bro, the whole, when did that come out during the Trump presidency or no?
It did, yeah, it did.
Yeah,
And I remember them
looking
yeah.
back, bro, that whole thing has just become so, like,
I would be curious to
cringe.
watch
Very
Black
cringe.
Klansman now with like now it's almost 10 years on. It looks like it came out in 2018. Not quite 10 years, like 8 years on. No, not even. Maybe 6 years closer. But I just feel like I feel like there's no way that movie has aged well. Like I just didn't feel like it was, and there was other weird specific things about it that I felt like it was color graded really bad. Like
I
some
remember
stuff,
seeing a lot of
shit like
people
this sticks out of
say
my head.
kind of like what you were saying, where it's like I don't think you hated the movie, but you were just kind of disappointed.
I was disappointed, and
Yeah.
but it was another one where I remember it got like a fucking like I guarantee it has like 98% on Rotten Tomatoes or something like that, and I was like,
Yes. Yeah.
dude, this is not a 98%. Yeah, 96% on
That's
Rotten
great.
Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Please give me a break. It was not good enough. Like it could have been a really good concept, and it was
Did
like forgettable.
Did your dad have a mustache when you were a kid?
He did not. I don't think he's
Okay,
ever
so
sported a
you probably
mustache.
don't feel connected to the mustache, but this could be a little Reddit. But I'm like, the mustache to me is very important. It's like a big deal. Uh, there's some people who can't rock it. Mine's barely thick enough where I'm like, okay, I'll allow myself to have the mustache. But there's some people I look at and I feel certain emotions. And looking at young David Duke, who sports a mustache, gives me the same feeling as Nick Fuentes, where it's like, you
He's
guys
not
should
supposed to
not be
have
allowed
one.
to fucking wear a mustache. You look like evil gay porn stars. Like,
Oh God,
it's a
dude, David
terrible, isn't it a terrible look on him? It's like,
David
bro,
Duke. I actually couldn't really picture what he looked like.
it's like
First of
this
all, I
substitute for masculinity. I hate
yeah,
it.
I know. I have to say, well,
Except when I do.
there's a ton of young people that are rocking the mustache for that exact reason now. It's just like the substitute for masculinity. But David Duke, I actually couldn't picture what he really looked like. I don't think I knew what he really looked like until I just Googled him. I gotta say, first of all, uh, Topher Grace, not a bad casting choice in terms of
No,
appearance. Like,
no.
actually, there is a similarity there. But David Duke is very Gollum Smeagol coded. Like,
Yes,
he
yeah.
has like big eyes, weak
Look up David
jawline.
Duke now, though.
David Duke current.
Because I'm telling you, bro, the dude in the picture I saw had the biggest biceps I'd seen in my life. But now, literally, he looks like, and I'm not even lying, a Fallout New Vegas model of the ghouls. He literally looks just like that.
Yeah. Right now, I'm looking at a picture of him wearing like, it looks like he's wearing his dad's suit.
Wait a minute. Type in David Duke
Oh wait,
bicep.
has he? Wait,
Oh my
David
God. Yeah,
Duke.
you see that?
What the hell, bodybuilder? Wait, there's like
Bro,
one
he's got
photo.
pythons now, dude.
He like kind of. I'm looking at a picture of him shaking somebody's hand, and he's clearly got his sleeve rolled up to show off his bicep.
His
He's juicing
bicep,
for.
bro.
He's
It's a
definitely
little
juicing up.
beefy, dude. He's got some beef going on.
Oh my God! Wait, what the hell? Is there?
Be so
Okay,
funny if someone like David Duke renounced being a KKK member and disappeared for a few years and just came back and was just like wearing oversized Laker jerseys and had like cornrows and clearly just became like a huge fan of like black culture kind of and like
dude,
dressing style
this is fucking crazy. I didn't realize this until I was just googling around here. But there's a basketball player actively
called
for the
David
San
Duke.
Antonio Spurs. David Duke Jr. is his name.
He's not related.
No, he's black,
Ah,
and
okay. Well, what is that supposed to mean?
he was also born in 1999. So it's like his parents obviously already knew who Well, maybe they didn't know. Clearly, they didn't.
Well, maybe that
It was
this
like
is their way of like, yo, David,
we're
you can bring
reclaiming
beauty to
David
the
Duke.
world, unlike this honky.
Unfortunately,
You know what I
I
mean?
literally think Charles Barkley has a funny term for basketball players like this. He calls him a jag, which means just another guy. Like it's just like it just means you're like this is like a
Oh,
literal
like a
true basketball
nobody
player.
character.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
just a bench warmer basically. So
Dude, my
sorry,
cat is
David.
being so stinky right now. What's up, Mr.
What's he
Stinky?
doing over there?
Mr. Man. He
Is
loves
there, let me
the.
ask you, is there a little turd sitting on the floor behind you next to that Tupperware?
That's why I looked back because I was like, "What is that?" But it's a screwdriver.
Okay,
Yeah.
not a turd.
These guys, you'd think with how rascally they are, I would find poop around the house on occasion, but they have never strayed
They're
from
pretty
the.
good about it.
I think it's
That's
because I
good.
keep it nice and clean. Okay, you keep
That
a
is good.
clean pooper, they like to poop in it. That is how it
That's good. Well, I'm
is.
surprised that I've heard before that with multiple cats, you're supposed to have multiple,
You are supposed to have one litter
things,
box per cat. So I'm
but they
looking
don't seem
into
to mind.
getting this porch expanded because I need a new porch. It's pretty shitty. It's like falling apart, but
Okay.
make it a little bit bigger, screen in 3/4 of it. So I still have like a part that's not screened in. I can put the grill on. but then make it like a little office kind of with a screen door, and then put the litter boxes out on the porch, like, you know what I mean, and just leave the porch door open because it'll be screened in.
Yeah, that'd be
Yeah,
dope.
I
That'd
think
be
it'll be
really
sick.
dope.
Yeah, it'll be crispy.
Yeah, I like your little outdoor area that like if you wanted to zhuzh it up a bit, that'd
That's what
be
I'm saying. Because it's
super
not there's.
nice.
I feel like it's worth expanding the porch because the view of that lake, and there's no because like what am I gonna do in the yard other than use the porch? There's like
I mean, dude,
the yard is so small.
my first thing, like when I walked into your place for the first time, I know people can't see it because you're facing it right now, but that window that just looks out onto the fucking river, I remember
Yes.
walking into your place and being like, "Holy shit, this is
Yeah.
fucking awesome."
You
Yeah,
gotta you gotta come back one of these winters, bro, because when there's no leaves on the tree, you can see the entire water view. Like it's so
crazy.
nice.
I truly did not realize, honestly, that America had like natural beauty like that
Which
until
is
I went to
crazy to
visit
me,
you.
because like that's like yeah, my majority of American experience other than LA has been that. Like you don't think Elon was like
Yeah.
that when you were off campus? Like it was pretty woodsy.
I don't love North Carolina. North Carolina, I think like people say is really pretty, and it is pretty. It's prettier, honestly, than most of the areas near me, like in Florida. Unless you're on the beach, Florida's kind of whatever.
You Mr. Salt Life.
But yeah, but I don't know. I don't love North Carolina. Angie, some of Angie's family lives out there, so we'll visit them periodically. And I never found it to be very like scenic. Not the way I felt driving around your town, where it's like
Yeah.
it is like. But your town is particularly untouched. Like it's there's like
Well, yeah,
one
it's definitely
road.
like a poor area, you know what I mean?
Well, I don't it doesn't feel poor. It just feels like
You didn't see all the abandoned, rundown houses around here?
I don't really remember seeing that. I just remember
I'll point
seeing
in
like
my Insta.
a ton of like woods and like
The
hills
woods is
and
the
shit like
big part,
that.
yeah. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
best part. That's the best part, dude. Like,
But in general, it's like I feel like other countries like I have a lot of like natural beauty that are built into their, I think you can go to like Greece or a lot of like Mediterranean areas or even some places in Europe, like Scotland that just have a lot of like it just like looks really nice outside. At least
yeah.
that's my me. I've never been to
Yeah, like
Scotland or
Lord of
anything
the
like that,
Rings
but
or whatever.
yeah, like it just like looks really pretty, and I just feel like America is mostly like Strodes. You know what I mean? Like the fucking
You gotta
I
go to
guess
the
that
right
like
places, baby.
strip center, strip malls.
You'd be shocked how much wilderness California has. Everyone thinks it's just like
No,
Hollywood
I
is
know
just
it does.
California, and it's like, bro, up north it is so beautiful.
Well,
There's like hot springs, wild that you
yeah.
can just walk into.
That's where the fucking Sasquatch like mythology even comes from, is
Is
because
it?
people, yeah, because they're in the redwoods, like in the forest, where it's like, first of all, cannot be seen from above, because the trees are too dense, and that's also, I think, historically, and still to this day, there was a lot of illegal, like marijuana growth, uh,
Up there, yes.
operations in that area because it was so isolated and hard to get to because it's just like miles and miles and miles of like forest that cannot be reached easily. But
Right, I gotta
I'd be interested to
commission
go
you.
there.
I gotta commission you. I'm working on some Magic the Gathering token cards.
Ooh,
I might even make some fake Magic the Gathering cards. I feel like that might be funny. But like just give them weird like during your upkeep if your opponent doesn't say I'm gay, they take like 2 damage per turn or something.
that's good.
Just fun shit like that that like would be fun in tournaments where like they're loose with the rules or whatever, but
That'd be
we'll
funny.
see.
Or
We'll
if
see.
they're loose with the rules, or if they just wanted to like pull it out just to like joke on somebody, like
Yes,
it
yeah,
was
yeah.
like that'd be good. Dude,
But
you know
they've
what would be
done cards like that before. They have this like whole expansion that's called like Weird, where they do shit like that. But what were you gonna say?
Oh, really? I was gonna say it might be a fun exercise for you to try to. You should design like a Balatro, like a Joker.
Oh,
That'd be
that
pretty
would be
fun.
cool, dude.
That would be cool. Like come up with your own thing, like a fake one.
I'm trying to think. It'd be fun to
There are,
just do like a crazy Balatro Joker that's just like makes the two the most powerful card in the deck.
yeah,
Something
that
where
would be
like twos
cool.
count as like 20 points or something. But
I just saw somebody posted some fake Balatro decks that I was like I would play with that. Wait, let me see if I can find it. Oh, I literally still have them here. One of them is the ice cream deck, so the deck literally looks like an ice cream sandwich. And the vouchers are free, but they only last until you beat the boss blind. and all of the Jokers are negative and perishable. So you can stock up as many as you want, but they will like go away at a
After
certain
5
time. Like
turns.
everything like goes different. Yeah, it'd be cool.
I hate those, dude.
I know, dude. Anything that's perishable, except I love the banana.
The banana's good.
Banana.
But my cat is so fat right now.
Is he? What's he doing?
I don't know. The blue one is just getting a little chunky, but the tiger one is not. And I think it's
Uh,
because the tiger one like break dances around the house way more often. So I'm like trying to encourage the blue one by playing with him, but he's just Mr. Lazy. Mr. Lazy.
uh, what the fuck is this? I was also just watching the what do you call it? The
Balsandro
YMS.
gay porn.
No, no, I was watching the YMS video. I think he just posted recently where he was talking about the AI fully AI movie that's about to come out. Did you see that?
I had seen it originally posted, but I didn't see him posting about it.
He was just talking about it, but it's funny. But he points out which is an obvious point out because it's just like yeah, like it's true. It's just like the AI like it's still just not quite there. Really.
No.
Like the people that are trying to
But
like
I could
chill
still
it.
see someone who wasn't a tech bro managing to create an interesting piece. I just don't think any true artist wants to fucking have a thing to do with AI, so we're
I,
not
I
going to see
think
that for a while.
I think the problem is that like there was a time where automation was really like quaint and interesting, and if something was completely machine made, you could be like, oh, this is like interesting because there's like a novel aspect to it. But now AI is so we've gone from AI not really being anything that anyone thought about, and then in the matter of less than a year, it's completely unavoidable. You can't Google
Oh,
search
it's
anything without
everywhere.
getting AI. Everybody is aware of it.
But there's also this weird witch AI panic where I'm seeing a lot of people being like, this is AI, and it's like, I don't think it is. I don't think that is AI.
Yeah, I
I
don't
think
know.
that's
I
just bad
think
art.
I think it's weird that AI still in general just has this really like has this weird slimy sheen to it that it just can't seem to shake exactly. So it's still pretty easy to point out. But
I
it
was
won't
trying
always be that way. But
I
I
was
don't
trying
know.
to test Chat GPT out last night because I was super high, and I was like, "Can you talk to me like you're Dallas Bryce Howard, but you have like a penis and you're wildly attracted to me?" And then my phone died, and I was like, "I probably shouldn't be doing that. I probably
You're like, you
that's
had
how
a
guys
moment
end
of
up
reflection.
because if
Yeah.
it worked too well, it's like I'll never talk to a real woman ever again.
Well, dude,
Dallas Bryce is my wife."
you saw this thing with Scarlett Johansson is now
The voice
suing
thing, yes, yeah.
for the voice thing, which is like kind of crazy that we're even at this point. But I mean,
Which is
yeah,
funny too, because if we're talking about tech, like if that move, and I think she even mentions in the article, was so clearly inspired by Her, the movie Her,
right.
which I don't know how regulation works with this in movies, but since that's a character Spike Jones made, I'm like, wouldn't
Right.
Spike
Does he
Jones
technically
be the
own
one who, yeah, not that he
that
owns
is,
Scarlett
yeah,
Johansson's voice, but he owns that
the
character. You know
character?
what I mean? Like,
That is something that is some complicated Hollywood thing that I would not know the answer to. But I do think that because Scarlett Johansson is mentioned, I think she was able to point out that like because they had had direct communication
and
about
she
her
had said
recording the thing,
no.
and she
Yeah.
said no, she knew that she was the person in mind. It's very bizarre. The whole situation is bizarre. Um,
I've stopped caring about anything, bro.
yeah,
That's
me
the way
too.
to
It's really
succeed
hard for
in
me
life.
to.
You stop caring about anything, and then it's awesome.
It's
It's
true.
so good. It's so good.
It's true.
I'm so excited to go to this wedding, but I'm also so excited to get back and start posting new comics. But also, bro, I can't believe I still feel a little like the whole Yo Swag brand. The point of it is like I don't give a fuck. So I do feel like I'm going back in my morals by reposting, but it is true that there's so many people who are seeing these comics and think they're new. Like
Right. Or just
they
are seeing
missed
them for
out
the
on, yeah.
first time. Yeah, even if
Yeah,
it's like, you know what
so
I mean? I mean, dude, I like will periodically. I was reposting stuff at the beginning of the year when I had taken a break a little bit from drawing, and I still wanted to kind of continue the output. And the growth that I was experiencing was the same as when I was posting new stuff. You know what I mean? It's like I don't think you should always be in the habit of posting rehashing old material over and over again, but it's like the internet is so quick. You know what I mean? That
Yeah.
like people, things are go out of people's feeds immediately, and then everyone's moved on. And if you bring it back up, there's going to be a whole bunch of people who didn't see it the first time around, and
Yeah.
like I don't think there's anything wrong with that. Like it's fine. And now look, now we're doing this. You do I did this, and then you did this, so now I got to go do this. And then you're gonna do this.
Bro, once I get back on the horse, it's you're not catching up, baby. You're not catching up.
I was like, damn it! I saw that you passed me again, and I was like, well, I
Because I
tasted
was like, for
victory for a
sure,
brief moment.
once you pass me, like it's over. Like I'm not gonna catch up. But I just
Well, but you had
reposted
really not been posting anything for a very
at
long
all.
time.
Yeah,
At
yeah.
all,
Well,
yeah.
occasional a tweet that no one liked, but I thought was so funny. But Filipino Anne Rand, and she writes the book Atlas Thugged. I thought it was kind of good, but
It's pretty good.
I think it went over a lot of people's head.
Yeah, a
It's
lot
a
of people are
very
like,
cerebral
it's like it's on
joke.
another level.
Yes, yeah.
Very cerebral. Most people don't understand swagapianomics.
Dude, these fuckers that wrote the article better get back to me, bro. Because I'm like, I want to share it, but I'm also like,
I think that it might be run by a robot, honestly. I don't know if they're going to get back to you. I don't know if they're even US based. I mean, that's pretty hilarious though. I think you could honestly tweet it out and just and mention the fact that it's like I don't know why they used this.
it's so funny. Like, because I was just literally helping AJ edit that picture for his wedding. But the funny part is now I can pretend that, like, instead of using a picture, I wanted to celebrate one of my boys getting married. Like I did it on
It's
purpose to
just
be a nice guy. Like,
it's so crazy. Yeah. Dude,
oh
yeah,
my
I
God.
those guys I did feel like I was happy to have the sort of interview, and it's funny because when I posted it I was like, at this point, who gives a shit? But then but when I posted it, I had a bunch of followers or my friends that were like, "This is amazing, bro! Big money moves, baby. We love to see it." And I was like, I guess. But when I was doing the interview for them, you saw how it's formatted. It's like they just give you like a drop down list of questions to answer.
That's
I'm
why
like,
I
there's nothing
originally
personal about it.
wasn't going to do this because I was like, if you guys can't get it off your ass and actually interview me, I'm not going to do this.
That's kind
Then
of
I
how I
was,
think I wouldn't do one like that again. It's a very cringe business
yeah.
model,
But
but
I
I'm
gotta,
like,
bro, I'm allergic to
whatever.
success, bro. I'm like, that's just good. Like, having another article on the internet is just
It's
good
just like easy
for
extra. Yeah, it's
growth.
just
So
like an
I'm just
easy
like,
extra
fuck, I'll
thing.
do
Why
it, dude.
not? It adds whatever it means, like some shred of like legitimacy when people can like look you up and be like, "Ooh, this fella did an interview?
Yeah.
Amazing." You know what I
As
mean? Even
opposed to
though
the
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 whole time I
Reddit
was like, "What the fuck?"
Reddit posts that are probably popping up that are like, it had to be a joke, bro. But there was one that was like, this guy posted his ass on Twitter like for the glory of the white race, and it was like trying to say I was a Nazi and was posting all my ass pics, and I was just like, what?
What?
What are you like?
Yeah,
What?
I don't know. That's crazy, but
That's so cringe, dude.
no, I know. I'm trying to be a little bit more in the habit of also uh
Pussy.
yeah, trying to know my worth as an artist, you know what I mean? Not really doing work for free anymore or stuff like that. Not that I really was ever, but like not selling myself short. I think that's like
Yeah,
a problem with a lot of artists, and
I've been trying to show my girth as an artist.
that's good too. That
Yeah,
is very
there's
good.
a lot of penis.
Very important.
Dude, I'm gonna get AJ so hard at his wedding. The only problem is with this wedding, he said there will be children there. So I'm like, yeah, I don't know if I can pull my balls out. You know what I mean?
Oh
I,
yeah, that's probably
every
not the
artist has
move.
lines, but at the after party, allegedly, no children. So I might just save it for the after party. I might save it for the after party.
Yeah, what the fuck is this? What the hell? I just got a text from like a series of letters and numbers at hotmail.com. Hello, I apologize for bothering you via text message. Are you looking for a job? No. We need 30 people over the age of 20.
This is probably some bullshit
Well, I'm only
scam, bro.
15.
Ignore.
You need to work 1 hour a day. Please contact me on WhatsApp. I haven't gotten a text like that in a long time. It's
Do you feel
classic.
proud, happy?
I feel like I'm going to block this caller and then delete the message. Okay. Uh, what else can I tell you? What else has happened?
Rinsed penis. Not much. Have you mentioned your big money moves? Oh, you already posted it, so you can talk about it.
What, the Seahawks thing?
Yeah.
Oh yeah,
We
Seahawks
talked about that.
thing.
I don't remember.
Well, I don't know. I don't know if we talked about it specifically on the podcast, but or like maybe I couldn't divulge many details at that stage, but yeah, I think it's probably known among most of our audience at this point that I was commissioned by the Seattle Seahawks, the NFL team, to do this series of 14, it was actually 15 drawings in the end, uh that were basically to advertise their schedule for like the season which was dropping, and they wanted me to draw. They made my job easy because they told me what to draw basically to a T. I didn't have to come up with any of the ideas, but all of the teams that they were facing off against, they wanted to draw like evil villain versions of their teams basically, or the mascots. So I drew all that stuff. When I first got that email, I was positive it was a phishing scam. I was very close, honestly, to responding and just being like, fuck the Seahawks, like go Dolphins. It's like because I literally just thought that it was fake. But I sent it to it's funny, I sent it in the Discord and I sent it to my buddies, and my friends from home were on the case. They were literally like on LinkedIn and they were like, actually, I think that this person, it really is the digital marketing person for the Seahawks. And like the on the Seahawks website, it said like, if you receive an email from us, it will be formatted this way. Anything else, it's not us, but it was formatted that way. So they were like, I think this might be real. Anyway, long story short, it was real. I had a Zoom call with them and they were super nice. Everyone there was nice as can be. Like even like the finance department, because I had to fill out a little W-9 or something for them also. And when even those people were like, "We're so excited to work with you. This is going to be amazing." It's like that. Like everyone was just a total sweetheart. So yeah, it was great. And
Bro,
then I did that. Oh yeah, go ahead.
they asked you to draw villains of the enemies of the Seahawks.
Yes.
Can you imagine just sending in just like the most gross?
Oh my
Just
God.
like being like, you wanted them to be bad guys.
Well, I
Like,
did
make it
have I
realistic.
before that they sent me the actual creative brief. I was writing down ideas because I was thinking like, okay, I need to figure out what I'm going to draw for each of
Oh,
these.
did they tell you like?
They told me exactly what to
Oh,
draw,
okay,
which
okay.
did make my thing a lot easier because then there were some that I was kind of stumped on, but they told me what to draw, and so
Because
that
I was
actually did
some of
make
them
it
I was
easy.
like, oh, that's fresh, but there were others where I'm like, how did he come up with that? I
No,
was
so
like, what did he?
there's some random stuff that I was like,
Okay,
because there some of it was it was almost all pop culture references, and some of the pop
right,
culture references
right.
were ones I didn't know. Like there was a Naruto character or something,
You don't
but
know Naruto?
I don't watch
Oh,
Naruto.
loser, loser.
But there was one that was I wanted to make the Patriots. I wanted to draw like a fat guy, like a fat MAGA guy in a jazzy chair or something like that. I thought would be funny. But they wanted Homelander, and I was like, okay, Homelander's kind of cool too. But the other one I wanted to be, and that I actually was like, this would be so funny, was the New York Giants. I wanted to draw a guy who was 5'11", like just like just like have him like holding up his driver's license and it says that he's 5'11", but like a chud jack or something like that. The
Dude,
New York
that would have been
Giants.
awesome.
But they gave me something else. I can't remember what it was, but
What?
not all of them had to do with the actual mascot. Some of it had to do with like the state, like a just like clowning on something in the state.
It sounds like there's
It was
more opportunities to work with them, right?
Well, they did hit me up right after and asked me to do another drawing, which ended up being rolled out the same day. that was like a comic book cover style.
Oh wow.
Um,
Oh yes, because
yeah,
I
like
saw they did do a bunch of comic book covers.
yeah, they wanted a comic book style one, and I really put my whole pussy into it too. It was really it was I really like tried to draw something fresh, and I have well technically it's Angie's, but she has this it's like from the 70s. It's like vintage comic book that's Close Encounters of the Third Kind. It
Oh
was
hell yeah.
like a release from I don't know 20th Century Fox or whatever. And then but it has like a very stylized like 70s cover like art to it, like a Jack Kirby style cover art.
Hell
And I
yeah.
pretty much just like copied it exactly, but featured the characters that they wanted me to feature. They wanted a Seahawks cheerleader, one of the guys from their drum line, and the Seahawks mascot. And so I kind of just like put them into it instead of the people featured on it. But I sent that over, and that was that they rolled that out the same day.
Oh
And
hell
yeah,
yeah, dude.
which was cool. I'm really happy with how it went, and they were awesome. And yeah, I would love to work with them again. I don't know, I don't know, like, or if another team hit me up or something, that would be cool. But again, it's all like little.
You got to get the Dolphins to hit you up and then
I
start like a
know,
war.
I know. Well, that
'Cause
that
they're
was
rivals,
the
right?
well. Nah, I don't know. I mean, the I don't Dolphins aren't even good enough to have a rivalry. We haven't been good in so long. But like I did draw because they gave me for the Dolphins. They wanted Dr. Blowhole, who is the bad guy from the Madagascar Penguins. He's just this like he's literally just a like a dolphin on like a wheelie scooter. But
Yeah.
I just drew him with a football helmet and I had him holding a public sub, which is a very Florida thing. And like I knew that when I sent it, probably the Seahawks people wouldn't even really get it, but I knew that when I did it, the Miami people would see that one and just, do backflips over it. And so I like when that one got posted, I went to the comments and there was so many people that were like, hire this artist immediately. Like that fucking
Yes. Yes, dude.
bro, what y'all know about pub subs? But I was like, it's funny because the Seattle team hired a Florida artist, so like I had to do something, show some love.
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah, no, it'd be really cool, man. It'd be very exciting if I did get another opportunity from them, but who
Bro,
knows? Like
I'll
who
give them
knows?
a call.
Give him a call,
I'll
see what
give
you
them
can
a
do. Put in
call.
a good
Yeah.
word for me.
Dude, I
Uh,
heard that the creative department saw my penis picture and were like, "We need to work with Beagle.
I think that's what
He's
happened.
connected to the penis guy. We need to work with Beagle." Bro, is
The
Angie
actual
beating the dog?
I don't
What
know
is
what's
going
happening. Yeah,
on?
my dog's barking, but I don't think my girlfriend's definitely not home right
Oh, I
now,
thought
so I don't
she
know why they're
was.
barking. But
Dude,
eh,
my cat
yeah.
has started doing this thing, and I literally had to look on Reddit because I was worried it was like something bad. But if he hears noise at the door, he'll run to the front of the door and start growling like a dog. And it's so cool, dude.
What?
It's so cool, dude.
Where would
Yeah.
he have even learned that? Like that's
I
not a
don't, dude,
cat
that's the
thing.
crazy thing because the other one doesn't. I've never even heard the other one growl, but like he'll immediately jump off my lap and start growling facing the door, and I'm just like, Mr. Guard Pussy, bro. That's so sick.
Dude, crazy,
What
crazy.
were you
Oh, Angie
saying
is
about the
home.
dog? I interrupted, bro.
That's okay. Uh, I was not expecting. Hello? Either somebody just broke into my house or Angie's home, but I'm pretty sure I'm pretty sure she just got home early. Um, but what was I saying before that? Oh, what's funny is that I'm pretty sure they did find me through
Insta, right?
my smiling friends fan art that I drew and posted to Instagram.
Smiling Friends fan art?
I don't know for a fact. Yeah, and then Adult Swim reposted it actually too, which was kind of
Really?
crazy. But yeah, I drew this drawing of Charlie like giving a low taper fade to Glep. You know what I'm talking about? That little it's like a drawing.
Ah,
I based it
yes.
off
Yeah,
of
I
like a
know exactly what
meme.
you're talking. Yes, I remember that.
I drew that and I posted it kind of on a whim to like Twitter and Instagram, but there was a lot of Smiling Friends fan art that was kind of trending, and I was like, I kind of had this idea that I was like, this would look funny, so I drew it, and I wasn't even going to post it to Instagram because I usually was like, this is more of just like a Twitter thing. I don't know if people are gonna really flip for this, but it ended up, I think, it got put on people's explore pages because it got like a ton of likes on Instagram, and when the girl hit me up from Seahawks, she said that she found me through her Instagram Explore page. And based on the prompts that they gave me, the creative brief, they were very pop culture reference-y, and I kind of was like, I'm almost positive this was the thing that she saw that like made her hit me up in the first place, which is kind of
Based.
funny because I
Based.
almost didn't post it. So the moral of the story, guys, if you're sitting on some art that you think no one's gonna like or you don't want to post it anyway because you never fucking know. You never know.
Based.
Uh, what what the deuce? Wait.
What the deuce? What?
Uh,
Stewie? What the deuce?
dude, Jake's fucking his Instagram stories are just
Are
too fucking
crazy,
funny,
bro.
man. He posts the most boomer memes I've ever seen in
He
my
just
life.
sent me one that he thought was real, where it's like someone drove over the pride flag in the road and left a skid mark on it. There's a armed manhunt underway to kill this man, and I'm like, dude, no one is killing a man who drove over the pride flag. You're totally good. He's
Dude, and he's like well, it's funny because like I honestly even the ones that I like I'm just like, dude, what the fuck? I just like them because they're just like hilarious in a
they make
roundabout
me
way.
laugh, dude. They make me laugh.
Like he just posted one that just says, "I wish Democrats hated sex offenders as much as they hate gun owners." And I'm like, I'm just like whatever.
Dude,
Who cares at this point?
so base, dude.
It's fucking
So
hilarious.
fucking base.
He's always posting shit like that too, and I'm just
We
like,
gotta get. I gotta
that's
fucking
fucking
start a YouTube
hilarious.
with him, bro. He needs to make like a
He is a
professional
character. He
thing.
is definitely a character.
He's the man, bro. He's the
So
man.
fucking funny. Uh,
All right, we better wind down. I forgot it's Tuesday, and I
I
gotta post
know,
this
and I'm
immediately and
hungry
do
too.
0 editing and
That's all right. That's all
do
right.
leaf blowing. Do you want to do shit out a little doodle for the fucking album artwork,
Yeah, I'm pretty sure I can do
or
that.
just
Let's,
recycle some? Send me. I'll use the
yeah.
Eldritch Horror is speaking.
Oh yeah, I like that
We'll
one.
just say that's the theme. This.
That's the theme of this episode. Let me read off the executives. Hang on a second.
Bro, I didn't even know
Here
we
it is.
had any executives
I
left.
think we have some. Let me see here. Let me see here. All right. These are the executives. Love you guys so much. We've got Bugs on My Wee Wee, Conga Heli, Elfgrass, Francho, Limp Dick, Maze vs. Corn, Protista, Shrek the Third, Shalom Guy, Silly Putty Eater, and Zoljaz. I just want to let you guys know, by the way, I just dropped off today. I dropped off all of your Patreon prints and your doodles. Those are all in the mail. The stickers are coming from
Yeah, and
our
mine
lovely
should.
friend Yellow Swag Studios.
Mine were sent out after the wedding, so they should be arriving. I've seen some people
Okay,
with
so
their
mine will be
stickers, but
coming in separate packages, but you'll see it there.
yes, excellent.
I can see you're getting quite good with those chopsticks.
Yo, I'm gonna get so good I can eat pussy with chopsticks. You know what I'm saying?
Wow,
You know what
amazing.
yo. Okay. All right.